This is page 2 in your 3.1 notes. We are going to talk about the word transversal. A transversal is simply a line that intersects two or more lines. I don't know why I wrote that right there. At two different points. It has to touch points on both lines. So, my transversal in this picture is this line right here. T is the transversal because it touches both Q and R. So when I have that, then I have what we have is an interior and an exterior. So between the two lines that the transversal's running through is my interior. So my interior color is yellow. The exterior color I just didn't color. Okay, so the four angles that are on the inside, in the yellow, I have angle 4. Angle 3 is in yellow. Angle 5 and angle 6. Those are my interior angles. My exterior angles are these guys that are on the outside, not in the yellow. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 8, angle 7. So we are going to practice just identifying the transversal. So this says angle 12 and angle 16. So I'm going to circle 12 and I'm going to circle 16. So first of all, I need to identify which line touches both of those circles. Well, the only one is this line right here, K. So that's my transversal. That means that the interior is right through here because it has to run through the transversal. So 3, 6, 10, and 11 are interior angles. 14, 15, 9, and 12 are exterior. The next one says 4 and 10. So I'm going to circle 4 here and 10 here. Well, the line that they both touch is this one. This is their transversal, which means my interior is going to run between these two lines like that. This stuff right here, it's just extra to confuse you. So you just need to be able to identify the transversal and what interior or exterior is. All right, 7 and 3. 7's here, 3 is here. That's our transversal, which means that our interior has to run this way because the transversal has to run through it. 8 and 14. 8, 14. Here's my transversal, which makes this the interior. All right, so when we have these angles I've been circling, they have special relationships. I like to describe it like me. So sometimes when I'm with my kids, well, all the time, when I'm with my kids, I'm a mom. When I'm with my brothers, I'm a sister. When I'm with my parents, I'm a daughter. So all that to be said, when 4 is with 6, he's going to have a certain name. When 4 is with 8, we're going to call him a different name. When 4 is with 5, we'll have a different name to call him. 4 is still the same angle, but it's like saying sometimes he's a mom, sometimes he's a sister, sometimes he's a daughter, or she, I guess. So we're gonna write out what each relationship is. So the first thing I need to do is identify my transversal. It's this middle line right here. And I'm gonna color my interior in. All right, so the first relationship we're gonna talk about, I'm actually gonna skip down one, and I'm gonna start with my alternate interior. Alternate means opposite sides of the transversal, and interior means inside. So what do I mean by that? Who knows? All right, so I'm going to start with angle 4. He's right here. The opposite side from on the blue line. So 4 is on the left, so 3 and 6 are opposite sides. And it has to be, well, and 2 and 7. They're all on opposite sides of the line from 4. But the other one that's inside, so it's either going to be 6 or 3. Well, 4 and 3 are right next to each other, so that is not the relationship we're looking for. So that leaves angle 6. So angle 4 and angle 6, their relationship we call an alternate interior. Opposite sides of the blue line, but inside the yellow. Next, we're going to look at alternate exteriors. Alternate opposite sides of the line. And exterior means outside. So I want to look at angle 1 right here. So opposite. 2's on the other side of the blue line, 3, 6, and 7. Okay, but it has to be outside. Well, 3 and 6 are inside, they're internal. So it's either going to be 2 or 7. Well, 2's right next to it, so it can't be that. So it's 7. So angle 1 and angle 7 are alternate exterior, which would mean 2 and 8 are alternate exteriors also. Our next relationship we're going to talk about are consecutive interior. Consecutive means same side, and interior means inside. So if I'm talking about angle 4, which angles are on the same side of the blue line? Well, angle 1's on the same, angle 5, and angle 8. But it has to be inside. The only other angle that's inside is angle 5. So angle 4 and 5 are consecutive interior. And then 3 and 6 would also be consecutive interior. The next one we're going to look at is consecutive exterior. Same side, but exterior means outside. So let's look at angle 1. So the same side of the line, it could be 4, 5, or 8. They're on the same side of the blue line, but it has to be outside. So 8 is the only possible answer. If I was talking about angle 2, his same side outside would be angle 7. We have one more left to learn. Our corresponding angles. Corresponding are same side, and it's 1 in, oops, won't write, 1 in, 1 out. So if I want to talk about angle 1, same side, so it could be 4, 5, or 8, but 1 is inside and 1 is outside. Well, angle 1 is in the white, so I have angle 4 or angle 5 that are on the inside. 1 and 4 are touching, so that means that 1 and 5 are corresponding. Another set of corresponding angles I could look at would be if I'm looking at angle 3, so it has to be on the same side. 3 is inside, so it'd have to be 7 because it's outside. So there's lots of different corresponding matches you can make. Flip over to the next page for me. We're just going to review at the top real quick. I'm going to color my interior, and the line that's the transversal line is this one that is going through the interior. So corresponding angles. I'm going to color this picture right here. Here's our interior. Here's our transversal. Oops. And we're just going to label some angles. So the first one it asks for is corresponding angles. Remember, corresponding meant 1 in, 1 out, same side. So I'm going to say angle 4. So angle 4 is right here. 1 in, 1 out, same side. So it could be 1, 5, or 8. But it has to be outside. Can't be 5 because he's inside. 1 is touching 4. Can't be that. So it's 8. So 4 and angle 8 are corresponding angles. Alternate interior angles. I'm going to start with that 4. That means opposite sides inside. So the only other angle that's inside and on opposite parts of the line would be angle 4 and angle 6 are alternate interior. Now I'm going to talk about alternate exterior. So I'm going to use angle 1. Oops, not writing. Angle 1. So it's got to be outside, so it can be 2, 8, or 7. It's got to be alternate, so it's got to be on the other side of the blue, so it can't be 8. They can't be next to each other, so angle 1 and angle 7 are alternate exteriors. Our consecutive, same side, inside. So if I'm using angle 4, consecutive is same side. So 1, 5, and 8 are on the same side. Interior means inside. 5 is the only other inside angle. So angle 4 and angle 5 are consecutive interiors. Now we'll do consecutive exteriors. I'm going to use angle 1 to talk about consecutive exteriors. It has to be on the same side of the blue line, and it has to be outside because it's exterior. So 1 and 8 are both outside and on the same side of the blue line. All right. For example 3, I would like for you, I've labeled the transversal and the internal angles. I want you to look at the relationship, and like the first one says 1 and 8, and figure out which one of the 5 it is. Is it alternate interior, alternate exterior, corresponding, consecutive interior, or consecutive exterior? So I need you to do A, B, C, D, E, and F using this picture in example 3. And then I need you to do the same thing with A through J using picture in example 4. When we do example 4, like the first one says 5 and 13. So 5 and 13. So every time the transversal and the interior may change. So you're going to have to pay real close attention to that. If you don't understand, try asking a classmate because we covered this together. So now that I've found my transversal and my internal angles, I can see that 5 and 13 are on the same side of the blue line, but one is in and one is out. That means they're corresponding. I'm just going to write C-O-R-R. You don't have to write the whole word. I'll go ahead and tell you that angles H and I are trying to trick you. They don't have a relationship, but all the rest of them do. Once you finish all of this, I need you to take notes and turn it in. Thank you.